Good morning, welcome to another full day of food. We are starting our day this morning. The kids are about to have some breakfast. Thank you, my breakfast chef. So we've got breakfast ready. Everybody's just gonna start with a piece of toast. We are actually out of bananas right now. I need to do groceries soon, so no fruit with our breakfast. We'll just have toast. My breakfast, as per usual, I have my morning smoothie. So this has almond milk, cottage cheese, frozen berries, protein powder, and collagen in it. So I'm gonna drink this and then get my first coffee. It's lunchtime. We didn't have a morning snack at all, and so we're all really hungry. So we're probably gonna have a little bit of an early lunch here, but I made 2 loaves of pumpernickel bread last night. This was my first time ever trying out pumpernickel bread, so I can't say yet how it tastes, but I think it should be really yummy. So here is the pumpernickel bread. I made 2 loaves. It does look maybe a little bit dark. I wonder if I should have taken it out of the oven a little bit earlier, but the recipe is very similar to any bread, only it has a lot of whole wheat flour, and then I also added molasses and actually some cocoa powder, which surprised me, but that's what the recipe called for. And then I pulled this out of the fridge. I bought this dip a couple weeks ago now at Costco, but I'm gonna put some of this into a glass container and stick it in the oven to warm it up so that we can dip our bread in that, and then I'll also just get a bunch of raw veggies ready. The dip is in the oven, the pumpernickel bread is all chopped up, but the kids are just finishing up some of, oh, and I'm on my second coffee. The kids are just finishing up some school here and they're like, please, can we have some apricots? So this is a pretty typical morning snack for us. I know I said we're not having morning snack, but looks like we're having this little snack. How is your math going, Zara?
Good.
Good? Okay, she's waiting for me to help her with her word problems there. Not gonna lie, I am pretty excited about this lunch. So we've got our raw veggies here, the bread, and then this nice hot dip. It's time for me to put dinner into the crock pot for supper. If I was on top of it, I would have gotten this into the crock pot first thing this morning. That probably would have been better because my potatoes might not cook in time on the slow cooker setting. So if I check before dinner and it's not quite cooked, then I can just easily switch it. I have my Instant Pot that I use the slow cooker setting on, but if it's not cooked and it's, you know, almost dinner time, then I can just set it to pressure cook for like 5 or 10 minutes to just kind of complete that cooking process, which is probably why I have procrastinated and not started making dinner until now, because I know I have that Instant Pot option as well. But I am making a soup for dinner. I have all my ingredients set out, lined up, so I will show you what I'm putting together. So here's my Instant Pot, and then here are my ingredients. So I have sweet potatoes, a can of black beans, a can of diced tomatoes. This recipe calls for chicken. I have a little bit of leftover rotisserie chicken in this container, so I'm just gonna kind of finish shredding that up and put that in there. And then I also have 1 leftover pork chop that Andrew barbecued a couple nights ago, so that will be the meat for this soup. I also add some chicken broth, so I just have this homemade chicken bouillon. And then I add cumin and taco seasoning. It looks like I need to make some more taco seasoning. So it's like a dump and go recipe. This all just goes into my slow cooker, cooks for the afternoon, and then I also am going to add quinoa just right at the end. But this is such a nice, easy dinner. Elijah was just over here nudging me and I'm like, what? What did you want to say?
She said that Andrew cooked it, but then actually I cooked it.
Yes, I said Daddy, or I said Andrew, cooked the pork chops, but I forgot. Daddy was out there and monitoring, but Elijah actually did all the barbecuing. So thank you. You actually had a little hand in making tonight's dinner. I'm just gonna give this a good stir. So simple. I love slow cooker recipes that are just dump and go. I can just start it, you know, first thing in the morning. I can start it a little bit later in the morning, or, you know, even in the afternoon. If I wanted, I could start this at 4 o'clock and just put it onto the Instant Pot setting, like the pressure cooking setting as well. So you can just kind of put it together whenever you know, have the time in your day to do it. So it is about 1:30 right now, so I think I'll cook this for about 3 hours before I add my quinoa. Like I said, my sweet potatoes might not be done, so I should check at about 4, and if they're not soft yet, if they're not cooked, I can just turn it on to pressure cook for a few minutes, but there we go. That's it. So I am just gonna put my lid on and put this on slow cook on the high setting. For snack time, I just pulled out some applesauce for the kids, and then just some of these rice cakes. These ones are the original. I don't usually buy the original. I'm pretty sure this was a substitution one time because I usually order like the buttered popcorn or like some of the different flavored ones. So I don't know how the kids will like those plain. I thought maybe they'd like to put some butter on it. I don't know.
I put some salt on them.
You like salt?
Yeah. I haven't tried it, but I think that'll make it like more taste more.
Yeah, well, you can try it. You can get out some salt and see if it sticks to it. Salt and butter. Okay, well this...
I think the butter helps it to stick on it.
Okay, this is salted butter though, so you probably don't need salt and butter. But anyways, we'll figure that out. I'm just gonna have some of this Greek yogurt with some granola on top. And I also, oh, I forgot to turn this on. I'm also just warming up another cup of coffee for myself. These sweet potatoes are not quite cooked like I kind of expected, so I'm just gonna turn it onto the ceiling. And I'm going to turn off the slow cook. I'm gonna put it on manual. I think I'm gonna do 3 minutes and see how that goes. That 3 minutes was definitely enough. It's crazy. This Instant Pot over here is like magical. Now it took more than 3 minutes because it has to work up the pressure. So I probably had it on that setting for like 15 minutes. But once it built up the pressure, only took 3 minutes. And the sweet potatoes are really nice and soft now. So I'm ready to just add my quinoa, and then we'll be ready to eat here pretty soon. So I'm using this quinoa here. So I'm just going to get about a cup. Come on, let's get a full cup here. All right, that's pretty good. Gonna dump that into my soup here. Give that a good stir. After I released all the pressure from that pressure cook, I just turned it back on to slow cook setting, so it'll just stay on slow cook setting here until supper. I will link the recipe to this soup down below in the description. I can't say that I follow it exactly right, but I think I'm pretty close. Now in the recipe, it says to add the quinoa right at the beginning. Like I said, it was a dump and go recipe. The recipe actually says to add the quinoa right in at the beginning as well. But if you want to do that, you can. It just makes it more of a stew. So this way that I'm doing it, it's more of a soup with like chunks in it, and the quinoa is just lightly cooked. But if you add it right at the beginning, the quinoa gets cooked really well, and it just becomes more of a thick, hearty stew. So whichever way you want to cook it, try it both ways if you want, but we enjoy cooking it. Where's the Instant Pot? I don't even know why I'm showing you the Instant Pot, but we prefer just adding it right near the end. Here is a finished look. Try to give you a good look here. at this soup. I actually left this in a little bit longer than I usually do. I think this quinoa's been sitting in here for about an hour. I would usually do half an hour, so this kind of has, you know, thickened up quite a bit in there. And then I also just got out Parmesan cheese because this soup is super good with Parmesan cheese in it. Sometimes I will serve buns with this because that's really yummy too, but I don't have any, so I don't know. This is totally a complete meal. I just know my kids will be like, oh, we need some crackers or something. So I might just check and see if we have any crackers to go with supper. Elijah went and got this box of crackers for me out of the pantry. These are perfect crackers for going with soup. So that is our dinner. I don't usually show my face at night. I usually just point the camera away from me and show, you know, what I'm drinking in the evening. But I'm changing things up today. So I just got out of the shower and thought I better show the last thing I'm having for today, and that is just this cream soda sparkling water. Thank you guys for watching today's full day of food. I hope you enjoy seeing these weekly videos. I hope it maybe gives you some ideas for meals or snacks for your family. I do enjoy sharing them, so I hope you enjoy seeing them as well. I will see you guys in my next video. Good night.